Alright, so anybody in the Dankey Kang gang who is keen on their Dankey Kang lore is well aware of my derision of David Pakman. I think he's a bad progressive. I think he's one of those kinds of progressives that gives a lot of lip service to progressive movements, but when the time actually comes to back a progressive candidate, he seems to have really just heavy-handed criticisms of them, and he seems to be very imperialistic, at least in terms of his policies about Israel and his videos about Israel and his videos about Venezuela. So, all that said, there is something to be said about another leftist YouTuber who's a lot bigger than me. I mean, this guy is a big dog. He's a giant, giant channel. David Pakman has 675,000 subs. And, this video alone has almost 18,000 views. And so the reason I say that is so people will understand it's not just small, tiny channels that are getting the axe, too. It's big channels. It's channels like David Pakman. He is getting videos basically demonetized. He complains in the video that the appeal process didn't go through fast enough for him, that he expected the appeal to go through in at least 1 to 16 hours, if not like a day. But unfortunately, having dealt with the appeals process personally in the past, it can take those fuckers anywhere from a week to 2 whole fucking weeks. It took them 3 weeks last time to get back with me on my appeal for my old channel, which they just rejected. They didn't tell me why. They just rejected it. My current appeal on one of my videos, Strikes, has just been rejected by YouTube. Once again, I don't understand how that works. I don't understand why you even have an appeals process if YouTube can just reject them. I received like no email about it, nothing saying it's been reviewed, nothing. But I mean, I've appealed that, and I've appealed the one on my Stone Toss video. And even though, according to YouTube, I should be able to upload tomorrow, around this time tomorrow, the strike itself won't expire until, almost the end of September. So I'm going to have this fucking hanging over my head. And if they can hit this video with a warning and this video with a strike, they can literally hit any video on my channel with a strike. So, I mean, once again, I'm never going to be out of the woods when it comes to this whole situation, unless YouTube itself just fixes its own fucking website. But, I'm always going to have this fucking threat of just being completely nuked by the algorithm. And even though they did me the fucking courtesy of not just completely nuking my channel this time around, they definitely did that last time. And if they don't hesitate to do it to folks like David Pakman, then they sure as hell won't hesitate to do it to people like me. Alright, I'm coming in hot with this channel, saying lots of controversial stuff, lots of far left stuff, and I have more spicy takes than David Pakman does, rest assured. But once again, I've never done anything to violate any of YouTube's policies. I've read them. I've looked at their policies. I've specifically their policies on hate speech. I haven't violated any of them. So unless the YouTube algorithm is like looking at my videos, finding select sentences, select pieces of dialogue that are probably being quoted from Nazis that I'm criticizing and saying that that's hate speech, that's bullshit. Because even YouTube, in its own policies, says it is not hate speech when it's for the purpose of uh, commentary or education, which my channel is. It's an anti-fascist channel, you dumbasses. So of course I'm not going to be spreading hate speech here. Uh, it's ridiculous, but it happens to leftist YouTubers, big and small. Let's just go. Let's look at Gavin McInnes. All right, so this is Gavin. He's got 347,950 subscribers. He is far right, violent leader of the Proud Boys. He is basically like a chud out of water, ladies and gentlemen. He sicked his sick, weird group of freaky incel dweebs known as the Proud Boys on my man Vic Berger, who is a meme maker of a master variety. But anyway, just this scumbag piece of shit, his channel's still up. He's had, involvements with inciting violence and stuff. If anybody's on here spreading hate speech, ladies and gentlemen, it's people like Gavin McInnes. It's people like Sturgeon of a Cod. But you don't see them getting fucking banned, and believe me, if they did, they'd be bitching and whining about it until the rest of eternity. They would milk that for all it's worth. They're already saying that, oh, we're being censored by the SJWs. Could you imagine if YouTube started going, if YouTube just nuked Sargon's channel for hate speech? Could you imagine the shitstorm? Meanwhile, they're doing the same thing to leftists, and it's just complete silence. Nobody's fucking talking about this, except for the people who are getting fucked. So, fuck you, YouTube. Fix your website, fix your algorithm, do whatever you have to do, because big dogs like David Pakman are considering quitting YouTube entirely. People like me can't afford to quit YouTube. You're the big platform. You've got me by the balls, YouTube. You know you do. So, why don't you just relax your grip a little bit, alright? And don't just completely crush my balls. Let me spread my seed on your platform, YouTube. Don't castrate me right when I'm just getting started. So anyway, yeah, YouTube, you're killing me, dog. Listen to reason.